What is up, kitchen table wizards? What's up, deck brewers from all over the world? You know why I love making videos like this? Well, I can combine my love for tribal decks with my affection for old iconic decks, and I can throw them into a blender and I can make a cool casual budget deck around it. And this time I'm going to do that with a weird funky tribe called the Slivers. Let's go! So in this video we will build a nice sliver deck without the expensive multicolor slivers, like these ones. No, way too expensive. We're not going to put these in our deck. We are going to build a nice low to the ground aggressive beatdown deck with a lot of slivers. And slivers, that's a tribe, you either hate them or you really love them. I think there's nothing in between with this tribe. But first, let's start to discover something about this weird race called slivers, and let's ask our assistant Nora what we can find out about slivers. Nothing?
Bram, I have no clue. You tell us.
Okay, slivers are a weird creature race of Magic the Gathering, and they were introduced in '97, so a long time ago. Now, they are connected to each other with some sort of hive mind, and because of that, they will all share each other's abilities.
So like the Borg?
Yeah, you can say that, yeah. Yeah, they even also have a queen.
So they should watch out for species 8472, right?
Since when did you become a Star Trek connoisseur?
I'm not, I'm just reading the script.
The deck, as usual, is a budget deck and it's a little over 50 bucks this time, but that's mainly because of one card, and this card we can find in our first segment of the deck called the lands. We choose to play 3 colors, so mountains, forests and plains are in the deck, and I wanted to pick some basic lands where I could see some slivers roaming around. And that's the case for me for these mountains by Adam Paquette, with some crystals of Ikoria. This Kaldheim forest of Sam Burley also has something mystical slivery in it. And you have to admit, these plains by John Avon also have some sliver-like rocks.
Bram, didn't you forget to thank our partner Cardmarket?
Yeah, that's right, Nora is correct. I can't forget our great partner Cardmarket. They are the best place to buy your Magic singles in Europe. You can buy a lot of Magic stuff there. Check out the link in the description below to find out about Cardmarket. Or if you use our code to sign up, you can even support the channel. But those great people of Cardmarket, they continue to throw me vouchers, and I will throw them back to you guys. I will give away a voucher at each deck video at the end, and the only thing you need to do is subscribe to the channel and leave a comment below. And as we're talking about lands, maybe you can tell me which are your favorite lands, which are your favorite basics. Of course, I'm talking about art, and let's talk about a forest, a mountain and a plain. What about that? Now on to some multicolor lands. 2 Cinderglades, 2 Canopy Vistas and 2 Battlefield Forge. A bit more pricey is this Unclaimed Territory. It's a multicolor land for our slivers. And if you like multicolor lands and if you like tribal decks, you really need to get a few of those because you can use it in all your decks. And now the next land, yeah, that's the one that's a little bit expensive, but you can switch it with an Unclaimed Territory if you want to make the deck under $50. Now the land I'm talking about is even better than an Unclaimed Territory. The Sliver Hive does it all. It produces mana of any color, creates slivers, and it comes into play untapped. Is this the best land ever printed? It might be.
Resistance is futile. You must comply.
Now, as I explained, the slivers, they are connected with each other through this hive mind. And the more slivers you get, the merrier it will become for you, and the scarier it will become for your opponent.
That was fucking scary. My heart's going pitter patter, pitter patter. I feel sick, like I could throw up.
So now let's look at some slivers.
Wait.
Sliver.
This is a metallic sliver. It doesn't do much on its own, but when it connects with other slivers, it will get crazy. And having something to do on turn 1 is always nice. Now you maybe ask yourself the question, Bram, why do you only play one metallic sliver? Well, I actually play 4, but the next 3 have a little bit of a different name, but they're actually the same. So I thought, why don't I mix it up a little bit for you to get to know some more cards. Universal Automaton is every creature type, which also includes slivers. The last 1-drop is this striking sliver that will give first strike to all slivers. Now let's power up our sliver arty with 6 copies of +1/+1 slivers, named Muscle Sliver, Sinew Sliver and Predatory Sliver. Now the goal of this deck is simple. Play slivers every turn and start attacking as soon as possible, and the next one is really key for that. Cloud Shredder Sliver from Modern Horizons gives all slivers flying and haste for only 2 mana.
Wait a second. That's better.
Some more slivers in the 2-drop slot give Vigilance, Death Touch and make slivers into prodigious sorcerers. Although if I visualize this, it's a little bit weird. Okay, we're doing an aggro deck, so I have some more 2-drops for you guys. Maybe not the most aggressive ones are the Gemhide Sliver and the Mana Swift Sliver. But they do help in the mana department, changing all the slivers into Birds of Paradise.
Only the second best bird in Magic.
Ah yes. Thank you for this useful information, River Hoopoe. Victual Sliver gives the Sliver ability to be sacrificed for 4 life, and the Spine Sliver makes blocking difficult for your opponent. Apart from the automatons, we also have one more shapeshifter from Kaldheim in the deck. Realm Walker is also a sliver, and you can cast slivers from the top of your library, which is more than 50% of our deck. Tempered Sliver makes slivers become even stronger when they are dealt damage, and like the striking sliver, this one gives your slivers first strike, but it's a 2/2 instead. Hollowhead Sliver have your slivers cycle through your deck to find
More slivers, I guess.
Yes indeed, and the next one gives all slivers menace. Spiteful Sliver redirects all damage dealt to slivers. And Homing Sliver has slivers gain sliver cycling. Harmonic Sliver deals with enchantments and artifacts, and the Lava Belly Sliver makes slivers enter the battlefield while they do 1 damage to a player or walker and you gain 1 life. Cleaving Sliver gives all slivers +2/+0, and the Bone Skite Sliver is one of the more pricey slivers. But this
Sliver.
Yes, thank you Nora, so the last one gives all you slivers double strike.
Sliver.
Okay, just one more.
Sliver.
Thorncaster Sliver is only a 2/2, but it makes slivers able to shoot at stuff when they attack. Now on to a little bit of sliver support. The only instant we play is this flexible Naya Charm, and we mostly use it to tap all our opponent's creatures to deal the final blow. Hive Stirrings puts 2 sliver tokens on the battlefield. I also play 2 artifacts in the deck, and slivers apparently also go to church.
Take me to church!
Sliver.
Yes, so Icon of Ancestry is nice to get some extra card draw, and Bursting Boughs can make more shapeshifters, and that's also more
Slivers.
That's correct. Now let's talk about some power rankings. The power of multiple slivers on the board is very strong. And this deck plays pretty straightforward and is rather consistent, so good also for beginning players. You will be attacking a lot and you will be playing slivers on curve. And this can be fun for a few games also depending on the matchups, because you don't want to run over your opponent all the time. The less removal your opponent has in his deck, the more trouble he's in. So this Sliver beatdown deck will do best against other creature decks. But the Slivers with haste will make it not defenseless against other decks as well. Now on to our card market winner. Congrats Marijn de Vries. Check out the description below underneath the video to find out how you can claim your voucher. So this was our Sliver deck. Slivers, you either love them or you hate them, but we can all agree they are iconic creatures of Magic the Gathering, so they deserve a spot here at our casual MTG Decks channel. Thanks a lot for watching, and remember, always keep it
Sliver.